Ricky, what movies have you seen lately?
I haven't seen a ton of movies lately, but I am going to go see Princess Mononoke in theaters today, so that's fun.
Is it Mononoke?
I
Not
think
Noke?
so.
Mononoke?
Mononoke? Oh, Mononoke, maybe.
I could have corrected you off mic for that one.
No, you're fine. Is it Mononoke?
It's spelled Mononoke.
It's
but
it is Mononoke.
I mean,
No. I just thought there was a U in there for some reason.
That's cool.
But yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's a classic Ghibli. So
is that a fave of yours? Okay, you've seen it before.
Yeah.
It's not one that you're like coming too fresh. Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's definitely up there. It's one of my favorites.
It's a good one.
Up there with Nausicaa. Yeah, they're like,
yeah, pretty
good.
Yeah, they're neither of those are my faves, but it's like I'm not going to turn down the chance to see either of those in theaters. Still, if if it came to it, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Spirited Away in theaters. That one was really cool. I don't know. They're all just I don't know. They're beautiful films. It's lovely to see. So
yeah. You didn't see Boy and the Heron a few years ago when that came out?
No. I have seen it since, but I didn't watch it like in theaters or anything.
That was a movie where when I watched it, I was like, I wish I was watching this at home. Like, very rare to watch a movie in a theater and be like, this would play better in my living room. Yeah. But that's one where I was like, obviously the visuals are great. It looks, amazing. The music is amazing. But it had like a kind of a wistful quality to it. Yeah. Not me being like, oh, this Ghibli movie's wistful. But like...
Who could have foreseen this?
Groundbreaking. Yeah, florals for spring. But yeah, so it just had like this quality to it that I was like, this will play better when I can like kind of get cozy on the couch and like, be like all in my home with my cat. I don't know. It had that to it. So, but most of the other ones I think make sense to, want to watch in a theater, especially the more adventurous kind of crazy action ones like Mononoke and Nausicaa and,
I would love to see any of the cat. The cat, I hate to say Cat in the Hat, but it is the Cat with a Hat trilogy, or just the Cat trilogy, I guess.
Is that Kiki's Delivery Service, The Cat Returns, and is there a third one? What's the third one?
There is a third one, isn't there? It's
Is it like a sequel to Kiki's? Another sequel?
I thought it was after The Cat Returns. Let me look it up.
Or wait, no, Whisper of the Heart is the one
there
with
you go.
The other one with the Cat Returns is a sequel to but I do love that movie. Whisper of the Heart's my favorite.
That is, yeah. They're classics. I don't know. I love them all.
The local theater that you go to see, like these retrospectives, have they done anything else recently? Or do they have anything planned? I know they always do like a crazy Halloween type, schedule, but that's where we saw Blues Brothers. Yeah.
They had some recent, I don't know, I've been checking out their schedule. They had some recent stuff. There was like a country concert or something that was being held there, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Not for me, yeah.
Yeah, not my thing. I could have sworn they had some like really weird, crazy pull. Like it was something weird. It was like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something. It was some like weird fucking movie that I was like, oh, okay, neat, I guess. But I did not go to see it. No.
Fair.
I don't know.
You seen anything else good lately?
Yeah, no. Not really. I just watched part of that. They made a new animated Avatar movie, which like didn't get released or whatever.
The one that got leaked. Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I
heard it was okay. Like I heard it was all right. Yeah.
I watched most of it. It's just I don't know. Like they didn't feature any like. It could have taken place in any universe, right? Is what I'll say. Like there was no like this is a touchstone from like the original series or whatever. But also like the way that they like use like the bending and the fights and everything, I was like, oh, okay, so this also could have taken place in really any universe, right? Like the powers here are like very, I don't know, like
malleable.
Yeah. And, like, they were like, oh, like, we've got to get this staff for its awesome bending powers. I was like, all right, well, shit doesn't have bending powers. That's not, like, a thing. Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever, dude.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So they already kind of, like, anti-sold me on it just from, like, the plot, like, the premise of it. And then, I don't know, I got halfway through and just, like, it wasn't engaging enough for me to watch, TBH. Which, I don't know, it's fine.
Yeah.
But...
Which, like, the idea of, like, okay, here's an object that can, like, have an impact on bending. That's interesting, but to, like, just kind of throw it in there without, like, any acknowledgement of, like, this is new seems weird.
So it's...
Like, and
yeah. I mean, they do that in the original series. They're like, like, the Avatar, when they're touching, like, previous avatars, like, incarnations of things, like, Kyoshi's fans... it can like help channel them and help like strengthen their bending, yada yada, that sort of stuff. I don't know. I really liked what they did with like. I think Avatar does well with like the whole spirituality and like connecting east west, yada yada, whatever. But like it's as far as
this is how you know it's a low energy ep, because you just yada yada whatever to Avatar.
I know, yeah.
This thing that if you remember, we had a 3-hour fucking rant session.
It's for me the main parts are just that like. It's a fun and cool world building thing that they're like, oh, like waterbenders are stronger at night because of the moon, and it's like, but you can see the moon during the day. It's like, that's not thematic though, right? We're here for the themes and such, you know. It's like firebenders are stronger during the day. It's like, oh, okay, cool, fun. I like that sort of stuff. It feels thematic and fitting to like the world. But then they're like, oh, this guy, he had a staff, and it's an avatar you never heard of before. And also, this staff is super... It's like a nuke. It's a nuclear bomb in a staff. and it's like, oh, okay, I guess. It's like, also, he was an airbender, so it's super cool and badass. And he's a monk. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's neat, I guess.
Honestly, the thematic, like, okay, the waterbenders are better at night because of the moon. Yeah. Like, that... is how I run Monster of the Week. Like, when I play TTRPGs. I'm like, I don't know, you need like cold stuff. So like, I don't know, the ocean or, sapphires, I guess.
Can you send him to like the freaking moon? Maybe it's cold up there. It's made of cheese.
yeah. Cheese, cold, noticeably cold. Yeah.
No, but I feel like a lot of like world building should be kind of done that way, right? Especially like
basic scraping the bottom of the barrel. Or...
thematically, I feel like once you get to the point where you're like really like rules litigating stuff, it's like, all right, sure, fine. I mean, same thing with like a lot of people's problems with like the like Avatar: The Last Airbender to Legend of Korra. It's like, oh, they're like, well, actually, you wouldn't be able to lightning bend, and actually, there's only one metal bender, and it's like, all right, well, guys, like. Yeah,
a lot going on.
The power system changes a bit. Like you can actually like look at that as a part of the storyline. They're telling you something with the way that things change. It's like, okay, like there's a lens to view this through, or you could just be like, actually, like that's not the way the very softly defined power system from the first series used their X, Y, and Z. And it's like, all right, I don't know, man. Like, sure.
Yeah. It seems very nitpicky. But,
yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that the free rip of the Avatar movie was not as good as you wanted it to be.
Not even that I was disappointed. It was, it's fine. It's whatever,
Yeah.
So anyway, what is this, Lane?
Anyway, this is We Want to Watch. I guess we won't talk about... I guess you won't ask me what movie I watched.
What
so we can talk about that.
Frickin' movies have you seen?
No, it's fine.
No, Lane, what frickin' movies have you seen recently?
No, it's two...
No.
The Two Towers, anyway.
Outside of that one, did the director... Or not the director, who was it you messaged you about?
Who did I don't know. Who did I message you? Did I message you about someone? I might have.
I'm looking.
Our
right
Discord
now.
is
I'm looking right now.
A black hole.
Andy really put his whole circussy into the Smeagol pro. Oh, yes, okay, Andy. Yeah.
I was talking about
the
Andy
Smeagol
Serkis.
prologue for Return of the King. Yeah,
Andy Serkis of Animal Farm fame.
Oh,
that's gonna be in his obituary. Yeah, it's not Smeagol or Gollum. It's not that. It's not 13 going on 30. It's gonna be that he directed Animal Farm.
Pretty bad.
No, I've heard it's terrible. I've heard it's like really, really bad. So I mean, I know we joked about watching it, but no, I won't subject us to that. Maybe in years when it's free and we've covered every other movie on Earth.
Just to put the joke on Mike, because I don't know if I feel like this was off mic, but I was like, yeah, if we covered that movie, it would definitely just be like 2 hours of like political prologuing about how like this movie doesn't like keep with the book, why it doesn't keep with the book, how everything capitalism even critiques of capitalism are subsumed by it, and so it's just no way to escape. Big death cult, I guess. So we're not doing that movie. So you guys,
no, that was our episode right there. Yeah. No, this is We Want to Watch. My name is Lane. That's Ricky. This is a podcast about movies we watch, or want to watch. Movies we watch? What if we just called this podcast We Watch?
We Watch. I kind of like We Watch.
No, we watch sounds like a we work.
Yeah,
We Want to Watch makes it sound like folksy and chill and casual, whereas We Watch sounds like a cult scam.
We Want to Watch is folksy,
private equity backed real estate,
millennial.
No. Do you think so?
No, I don't know. No, folksy makes me think of the word millennial. Just I think of like the beard and like flannel.
Really? That's great. Oh, you're thinking like folk music.
Yes, I'm thinking Mumford and Sons.
Okay, yeah.
That is the
what
byline.
What if instead of 9 Inch Nails, this soundtrack opened with a Mumford and Sons, or this movie opened with Mumford and Sons in that opening scene?
Actually, yeah. That really would have made this movie elevated it a lot higher. This was a
Rick's pick, so introduce the movie.
It was. So this week,
so we can start.
We watched Se7en, often stylized as Se7en, which is a 1995 David Fincher film.
All week because I watched this on like Monday or Tuesday with Christopher. All week I've been making like 9 Inch Nails music, beatboxing sounds, which is what I wanted to voice note you. Yeah. And I was like, when you watch this movie, tell me as soon as you've watched it so I can start sending you voice notes and me going, got me closer to God. Like all week doing that. Ricky, you picked this movie because you said what's in the box, or you said something that was like what's in the list, I think, and I was like, we watched Se7en, and you were like, yeah, let's watch Se7en.
Yeah.
So you hadn't seen this movie, but you knew of what's in the. We're just gonna get it out of the way. Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. Big spoilers. If you're watching this and you haven't seen the movie, in the box.
Yeah. We want to know what's in the box. And you were like, "Is it his wife's head?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to tell you." It's the guy's
wife's head, right? I think that's my experience.
And then, so, tell me what your experience of watching this movie was. Because, also, I warned you. I told you watch it either at night or on a day when it's really raining. And then when did you watch it, Ricky? When did you watch it?
Bright, sunny
80-degree weather?
Bright, sunny day.
On a Saturday morning?
Cat laying on my lap.
Sunbathing. Watch this movie on the beach on your, phone.
You just, pass it out. You can't see it through the glare.
Yeah.
Essentially, though, that was essentially how I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did actually. So, I was watching with my cats, and I fell asleep during part of it, and I had to go back and rewatch. That's why.
What part did you fall asleep during?
It was pretty early. It was after they had
20 minutes in.
What?
20 minutes in.
Yeah, essentially, because it was after they had found gluttony, and then it was as
that's like the second or the first guy.
I know
that is less than 20 minutes. That's so.
That's
crazy.
That's what I said. I said it was really early. I woke up after because it starts ramping up a little bit after that. And I woke up and I was like, okay, what the fuck? I've just missed so much. And then I was like, I'm only half an hour in. What the fuck has happened? And then I had to go back and restart it. And that's why I was late. And I was like, Lane, can we?
Wait, how long did you? Because never mind. I'm not gonna get into it.
Because I was like, oh, can we?
Did you start the movie an hour before? How did you?
A bit.
Oh my god. Anyway, so as you got to the end, just talk about the end first.
Yeah.
Were you like, oh yeah, it's definitely his head in the box or her head in the box, 100%? What was your kind of experience at the ending? Yeah.
As it was leading up to the end, so as soon as we see Spacey in the police station, right? There's 6 times that they specifically call out to
his wife.
Yeah. It's the cops at the station are like, oh, your wife called.
You got a phone call.
Yeah, and then when they're litigating about who's going with him, and he's like, my wife doesn't even have cable. I was like, well, she doesn't have a lot at this point. And then there's It's just like so many times they just keep mentioning it. I was like, oh, okay, so like that's what this is.
I do think it's unfortunate that the what's in the box specifically of this is so omnipresent in the culture. And I think it makes sense that it is, but because there's no way to watch this movie and not see all of those things as foreshadowing, when I think, and they are, but I don't think that anyone could possibly know that, like, going in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That,
like, yeah. So
I will say, like, even like the DHL truck, like pulling up to the middle of the desert. I was like that. I didn't even know was like the setup to the box. I assumed they would have found it in the desert somewhere. When he pulls up,
sure.
And like he's like, "Oh, I gotta deliver this to like yada yada at 7 o'clock. I got paid $50." I was like, "The fuck? Who the fuck is this guy?" And then like, I'm like, "Oh, it's the box." I was like, "Oh, it's the box."
It's the box, right? Yeah.
Okay.
It is funny.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you think Spacey would have gone with, like, killed the wife while Brad Pitt's at work, driven out to the desert, and then driven all the way back. Like, that's also, like, even funnier.
No, I don't know. I mean, kind of abducted her, brought her to the desert. Like, the logistics stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought
it's just a funny vision.
Yeah, I thought that they
in
came
this movie
upon
that's, like,
the box.
so crazy.
Yes. And,
yeah.
like, also, like, the way that, like, he doesn't do the full, it's not like a, like, 180%, what's in the box that, like, everyone does. He
totally does. He goes, what's in the box? Come on. He does it. People definitely ham it up even more, but he is hamming. He's very hammy in that scene, especially.
Okay,
we'll talk more about that, I think.
Okay,
but
okay. We can talk more about it later. I was just going to say, every time I've heard someone do it, it's always...
They're, like, going 150%.
Yes, it's way... And, like, yes, he's hamming, but, like, it's still, at least within the context of the movie, feels, like, real, or, like, at least to me, like, it was slightly more impactful than, like, what's up? Like, the way people do it.
What's up?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to talk about this more. The whole movie obviously leads up to that point, but so what did you think of, what did you think of the movie overall, I guess?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, can we work back off of the end?
Sure, like work backward in the plot, you mean? Or
just like, off of like the characters and like things to be liked and disliked about it. Let's get Kevin Spacey out of the way and then never mention him again.
Okay, cool. Start with what is your thought on Kevin Spacey in this?
This guy plays like the same guy everywhere, and it's like
you say this, it's gonna be barreling toward you. American Beauty is coming at you later this fucking year. We're gonna watch this movie, bro. Remember, don't forget his other Oscar win. You've only seen 3.
That's true. Yeah,
and one of them is where he's a psychopath. Yeah, and then one is the Bobby Darin movie, and then now 7.
Yeah.
So you have a bit of a bias to it.
That's true.
And I guess Glenn Ross, but that's a little
even that he was a psychopath. So it's like
I wouldn't call him a psychopath. He's not like making a knife dildo and shit. He's like he's just telling people to go to lunch and being a jerk.
True.
But
all right, I guess I'll say he lends himself well to the like character of
quiet creepy dude
who is like scheming or like over schemed, like one who's like is like, oh, like I've actually thought like a million steps ahead and I am the calmest, most rational person alive while also being completely evil. Mwahaha. Like it's and like I don't know, like he does those pretty well. Like he's like, yep, I believe
it's true.
Like, yeah, that guy definitely seems like he's evil and creepy. Yep.
Well, I think we should watch, like, I mean, we'll watch other movies of his, but like you have to think about the fact that like he was new and we didn't have all of his career and his the allegations of it all kind of lending to it, but this was the same year as Usual Suspects too. So I think that like the double whammy of like he's playing the kind of scheming villain in both of them is a little bit of like, whoa, like this guy's a revelation. Like he's like this like character actor kind of on the outside who just like breaks through that year. I think that's part of it. He's also in Outbreak that year, a movie I have not seen. That's like monkey virus. think Bruce Willis is in it.
That's
it's
crazy.
Like
but
yeah, but I don't know who he plays in that movie. But yeah. So
it's just kind of that's hilarious that he would do two like character pieces,
movies like this,
like,
right?
Yeah, that are like very like maybe not twisted. Well, I mean, they are like both sort of centered around a twist at the end, or like a hugely pivotal moment.
Well, and he was not. People did not know he was the villain in this movie. Okay, I know I spoiled it for you last week, or maybe reminded you. I don't know if you knew that he was. I had no idea.
No, like
so. Yeah,
him showing up at the police station would have been a complete fucking like.
Fuck! I put my foot in my mouth for sure last week when I said it. I thought about. I would have swore I had told you that before and or that you had mentioned it, but no, he so like people were caught off guard by his appearance in this movie back then because he's not in the marketing, he's not
pick a spot, don't do that, come on.
I think he's one note, but it's a good note, he's he's the baby of actors. Where he's also kind of homophobic in a weird way. No, but I don't know if it's a coincidence that he's this able to pull this kind of like malevolence off or not. But I guess it doesn't detract from the movie overall for me because he's watchable. Yeah. But I did watch a movie a few years ago, or not a few years ago, a few months ago, called In the Line of Fire. It's a Clint Eastwood movie with John Malkovich.
Yeah. Dude, this audio is going to be...
Oreo is like...
She's on the desk and she's like spinning around.
All I see is her tail. I just see her tail.
Because she's on the desk next to the computer and she's like just knocking over the microphone as often as she can. All of this audio is going to be completely unusable. From me. Hey, I know, buddy.
She is like a cow. You just lifted her, like hoisted her into the air.
and she was biting my hand the whole time. She's like...
Good. You deserved it.
Hi, buddy. Dude.
Oh my god, she's like moving the camera.
She's like so intent on it. She just keeps... Hi.
Can you hold her like a baby? Wow, her face is so close.
I would like to.
Sometimes Bankruptcy will come and like stand in front of the monitors until I hold him like a baby.
Oh, Oreo, stop. Hey.
She's like, it's Sunday at 11 a.m. You should not be recording a podcast.
Yeah.
You should be playing.
No, true. She does want to play. Okay. I know. Later.
The cat doesn't know what later means.
I know. Can you come up here? Her tail's going crazy, bro. Hi. She wants me to, like, whatever, it's fine. She wants me to play fetch with her, but she didn't bring me anything to play fetch with. She's just being silly. Hi, Bob. I see you. How's this? Okay.
We'll see how that goes. A few months ago, I watched a movie called In the Line of Fire, which has Clint Eastwood. Yes, with John Malkovich. Yeah. And in it, Malkovich plays the, like, he's not a serial killer, but he's like a would-be assassin of the president. And Clint Eastwood's the Secret Service guy. And so they have the cat and mouse kind of like dynamic going. And Malkovich does this exact type of, almost exact performance. Not necessarily like gory, violent, or like Christian, or like whatever, biblical, but like, he does the same, like very quiet menace, like articulate, they even have a phone, like they talk over the phone several times before they meet face to face. And ever since I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, this was not new. Like, the Spacey just like popularized it or like made it, his breakout thing. Yeah. It became his thing, but Malkovich had done it first. I was like, okay, that takes away from like the mythology or mythologizing of this movie.
That kind of, it fits Malkovich really well too, like as an actor. I feel like
he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him, but yeah. What do you know John Malkovich from?
Big John Malkovich.
Have you seen that movie?
Nope.
Oh. Okay, do you know?
It's like one of my brother's favorite movies, though. And he's told me before, he's like, dude, you gotta watch, like, Being John Malkovich. It's about John Malkovich, and he goes inside his mind, and everyone in there is John Malkovich. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
There's a lot more to that movie, but put a pin in that for later. But, I do think that the Spacey of it all, he's fine. He doesn't take away from this movie overall. But I wouldn't. Yeah. I think his performance in The Usual Suspects is at least more impressive because he's able to do two kind of things in one movie, whereas in this he's like, I mean, he's only in it for a half hour.
Yeah.
But yeah. What did you think of the structure of this movie? Because that's, I think, the thing that, like, this movie's so imitated, like the legacy of it is so, not just the what's in the box of it all, but like all of the kind of like structural twists, like revealing the killer not at the end of the movie, but like, you know, 2/3 of the way through. Like that's a really big thing that this movie, I think, popularized or kind of like coined in a way. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, that was, I mean, I was not alive when this movie came out, but that was popular, or like this movie gets chalked up to, or that gets chalked up to this movie. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess growing up in it, it's kind of tough because like we do this sometimes where we'll look back at movies and we'll be like, oh, like this like popularized X, Y, or Z, or like
right,
so, like the first time something was really widely used, and we go, wow, that must have really knocked their socks off then.
Yeah,
and I feel like this movie does still kind of knock your socks off. I think it's like, I think the end reveal is enough that it's like it's shocking enough and like impactful enough that it's like, yeah, okay, like. This is well worth, like, getting the villain early, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and, like, a lot of the times when, like, the imitators, the haters, don't really stick that landing, I think, because it's, like, yeah, like, totally fine, like, you can introduce your villain early, but, like, there needs to be a reason why, like, and we need there to be, like, more falling action than, like, just fighting him for half an hour, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
So, I mean, I think this movie does really, really well with that. And I couldn't really, I don't know, I don't think I know older movies well enough to be able to, like, I don't think I have a good frame of reference for that. But, like, as far as, like, everything before that goes, the whole, like, I also don't know how common this is, but the whole, like, taunting them over the phone.
Sure.
And like, the like, getting, like, so close to grabbing your guy, you know? Like, I love that sort of stuff. It's great. And I feel like it really does, like, build the tension super well. Especially as we get to the end and, like, all right, we got 2 left, you know? And then it becomes more and more apparent that, like, there's no body out there. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
And, like, the whole time that... I get, like, the movie is 7, you're looking for, like, the 7 deadly sins, and, like... I think, like, the... maybe not fun part about it, but like the fun bit of this movie is like getting to the end and like having it click, like, oh, like Spacey is Envy and he's trying to make the guy Wrath. That's fun.
Okay. I have a lot of problems with this movie. I'm kind of coming in here like getting you on Smack Cam a little bit because I have a ton of fucking takes about this movie to get to. But,
okay.
And rewatching it only made that worse. So I think this movie's like, I think this is the most Republican movie of all time. Like this movie is so Republican. We'll get into it.
Oh, wait. Low-key agree only because they're like, they think every city is the city from Seven.
Yes, that's what I mean. So we'll get there. But like the mythologizing of like, oh, the mastermind, like, serial killer who, like, makes it all come together in the end, like, that whole thing.
Yeah.
That alone is, like, a pretty reactionary type of, like the criminal mastermind, you know, who's got this, like, sadistic worldview, but he's really just punishing the, you know, the sins of modern life or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
Classic, though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. These 7, like... they don't actually come together like in the way that like you think, like with any like deeper thought about it. It's like, so he wanted to kill himself. Okay, fine, like whatever, we know that like perpetrators of mass violence will kill themselves, that's fine. But like, so he baits himself into being envious. Also, he didn't know the two of them, so like, was he planning this for years? Because it's clear that Brad Pitt just got here. He just blew into town like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And so like, has he been watching Brad Pitt since he was in upstate New York being like, oh, I'm in a year as I'm feeding this guy spaghetti and like making sure this fucking whatever pedophile like stays alive for a year. I'm going to kill myself by finding someone's wife that I envy. Like, what? Like it just, it's so
Actually, he committed a large amount of petty thefts up in New York in order to drive the bumpkin cop into the city.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah, not only is John Doe, like, doing all this, because, like, what is he filling his time with besides sitting next to the sloth victim in bed? Like, do you think he talked to him? Like, do you think that they, like...
You think they, like, hung out? Do you think they explored each other's... Well, one of them explored the other's bodies.
They're turning the TV on and watching cartoons.
Yeah.
No, but
it's like Saturday morning, they're watching Teen Titans. They're like, okay.
But, like, okay, so he's committing these murders, but, like, half of the murders that he does, he's not killing the person who was actually committing the sin.
Yeah.
Like, and I have huge problems with the lust one, which we'll talk about, but, like, okay, so he's envious, so he gets killed. Fine, okay, but then he also kills Gwyneth Paltrow, so she's the victim in the Wrath thing, but is it Brad Pitt that's also the victim? There's a lot of, like, women are actually, like, they're, like, in two of these, women are, like, the receivers of the violence, but they're not the ones who are perpetrating the sin or, like, the ones who are punished. Yeah. You know, like, there's men being punished via women in that way. It just feels like, I get that this movie's very contrived, like, the idea of, like, all of this stuff going off perfectly is, like, but it passes it off as if it's, like, realistic. I think that this movie's really like smart guy edgy, and it's like, this could really happen. This is, like, really real. Like, it's so realistic and gritty. Closer to God. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I don't like it. This movie's very watchable. I think this movie is like a classic in a way, but I find it really annoying. Like, at the same time.
I think the car ride is emblematic of all of those issues.
Yes.
In just that, like, I didn't think that it was that ridiculous until the car ride. And then when they really underlined, like what each person's, like, sin was and, like, why he was killing them, that's when I was like, this guy maybe doesn't have the best, like, motives for his actions now that I think about it.
Well, but, like, but that's the thing. It is very much like, he's right, quote unquote, in the end. Like, he gets away with it, right? Like, his master plan comes together.
So that was the other thing. Yeah, when, like, Morgan Freeman's like, don't shoot him, because then he wins. And I'm like, I was sitting there like, well, but then he's dead. So, like, he doesn't really win at the end of the day, right? Yeah. Like,
but he ruins Brad Pitt's life in the way that he's looking for.
I get it.
His master plan comes together. Yeah, right.
Here, well, let's debate this. You can't not kill the guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He killed your wife. You gotta pull the trigger. That's just...
Well, but if you're a cop,
I am become death,
you have a higher,
destroyer of worlds. Yeah, well, you know.
You have a higher duty, I think, if you're a cop, to not shoot the suspect. Like, Morgan Freeman also should have, like, done more in that moment. Like, he's a week from retirement, you know? I know we're talking about, like, rewriting the movie, but it's just, like, it has to come together in such a perfect, stupid way.
This movie truly is Republican, because in no other movie are cops given any form of, like, culpability or accountability in such that shooting the suspect would be seen as a, like, wrong or vilified thing at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that it's even, like, a moral quandary is crazy.
Well, right. But also, like, earlier in the movie, they let them get away. Morgan Freeman says, like, illegal, legal. Who gives a shit? Like, about, like, them like using the FBI database to fucking, like, look at people who check, and then go, like, without a warrant, basically doing all of this, like, extrajudicial investigating.
But, like, every so often, like, he'll just be like, whoa. For plot contrivance reasons, we must now step back. And, like,
and then Brad Pitt kicks the door in.
Dude, what the fuck? I'm not gonna step back. And he's like, no, for plot contrivances. You know?
We gotta let all 7 happen. If we don't let all 7 happen, you know? Yeah. I don't know. It just, it's annoying. I find it not, I mean, and this is setting aside the idea of crime, right? The movie, I will give the movie its props that it does a really good job of world building, like, the most Republican fantasy, like, nightmare of, like, a crime riddled city.
It's Gotham.
Right? It's worse than Gotham. I mean, Dark Knight, I think, is indebted to this movie for sure. Like, like, unfortunately, but, like, the fact that this movie is so up its ass about like crime is everywhere, crime is senseless, crime has no meaning, all of this shit is fucking meaningless, like, you know, and like it's because of everybody's just so hateful and indifferent and apathetic. Definitely not because of any kind of structural or historical reasons. Like I know that that's like the boring woke lib thing to say, but like he's like, yeah, like I kind of feel like, I don't know. What do you think the movie thinks of John Doe's philosophy? Like when he goes through all 7 of the victims and he's like, you know, a pederast and whatever, you know, going through them.
It's funny because it doesn't treat him as wrong a lot. Like in a lot of ways, it kind of makes him like you talked about with Mills killing him at the end. Like it does. It's like, oh, okay, well, like he's proven right, he's justified. Yeah, he's validated.
Right.
With that. Which like, that kind of sucks, man. A little bit, but I don't know. It is what it is. It like we talk a lot about like movies being like nice or mean to like certain characters.
This movie's fucking cruel. This movie's so mean. This is like one of the meanest movies ever made.
Very cruel.
It's
maybe it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's kinder to John Doe than like maybe it needs to be, right? Like,
oh, for sure. Yeah, he gets off. He gets what he wants. He closes. You know that insert shot right before Mills shoots him, where Spacey closes his eyes in like peace. It just tells you everything about what this movie thinks. Like this movie's like, oh yeah, he was right. He's getting what he wants. Like this is the way the world goes. Like yeah,
which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, which is crazy, but like, and again, even with that like conversation, like that we were talking about, where like at least for me, like that's where I was like, all right, well, like this is his version of justice, but like it's really shitty, and if you were to apply that like widely, right? Like, oh, it's like, oh, okay, so everyone deserves death. Like, all right, whatever. Like, this is just like,
this is just standard grade original sin shit. Right. Yeah. It's just it. I think though when you extrapolate, right, I don't necessarily think the movie thinks that he's right, like to be vindictive and, you know, judge, jury, and executioner, whatever, like, or that like these people should have died. But I do think that the movie, right, earlier in that bar scene between Mills and Somerset, when they're like talking about apathy and Mills is like, oh, you just, so your response is to be a cynic? Like you have no hope, whatever. Yeah. And then like, well, Mills' life is ruined. Yeah, like he's kind of like the movie's like, oh, you have hope? Like, let me just like put my foot on your neck about this. Yeah. But so it feels like not necessarily that the movie's validating John Doe's philosophy, but it is saying like crime is this like horrible thing that you really can't ever have hope to like lower or achieve or like any kind of like progress on. Yeah. And that the world's a mean place. Yeah. It ends with that quote from Freeman's character being like, you know, the world is a good place and worth fighting for, but I only believe the second half. Yeah. It's just, it feels like kind of like a tossed off, like, sure, yeah, you can have hope, whatever. Like it feels like the movie just didn't want to end with like complete silence. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It's so cynical.
It is so super cynical. Yeah. I think this movie is like very, very cynical. I mean, Somerset does say that like, or I guess I should say that Somerset's character is like and it's like, oh, okay, like he's the, you know, weather-worn cop, you know, he's been on the beat forever, or like he's the detective now, he's been on the beat forever, yada yada, and like they really drive that home, and like it's like, oh, okay, so like he is the like staunch defender, like he's seen it all, his life's been ruined because of it, but he can't like get away from it, right? Like it's his life,
right?
And so like the quote makes sense to that, like in that accord, I guess.
For that character, right,
like, I get it,
right?
But for Mills, it really is just like, world's a shitty place. Fuck you, guy. Like, I guess I don't know. Yeah.
The in the very opening scene, because like before all the all that like fingertip shaving off happens, there is like a clip of Somerset visiting like a different murder scene, like unrelated to the events of this movie, and he sees the kids drawing on the fridge, hanging on the fridge, and he's like, says to another cop like, did the kids see what happened? And the other cop's like, you big soft pussy, I can't wait for you to leave. Who gives a shit what the kid thinks? It's like, okay, like I get that the world's supposed to be indifferent, But like, he even says like, I can't wait for you to be gone because you gave a shit about a kid. Like, this movie, it's so up its ass about like how crumbling society is. I'm not kidding. Like, he really starts with that. Like, the movie like starts. I don't
remember that. That's so funny. That
yeah, he like it's during this he's like very obviously tenderly like still cares about the people involved in these crimes, whatever. And then just like the cop is like, he doesn't call him a pussy, but he's like, who gives a shit? That's not your job. Focus on the crime. It's like, okay, like it's obviously like, if there are anyway.
It's like 8-year-old fucking Morgan Freeman on the playground. Someone comes over, pushes him over.
Yeah.
You fucking pussy. How dare you give a shit about anything? Ever!
That's what this movie feels like. Yeah.
It's just like a solid shot of Morgan Freeman staring at the camera, and 40 years of life passes him by in the background. He ages in real time, and then we begin the movie.
And then he's standing in the fridge. Or in front of the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. The like emotional detachment. We'll talk about David Fincher, I guess, here. Just like the way that this movie is so visceral, but in a voyeuristic way, like is part of like the like republicanism of it, or like conservatism of it, because crime is something that if we're meant to mostly put ourselves in Morgan Freeman's shoes in this, as perspective goes, he has seen it all. He's like a little bit wiser, but then like, you've got this like these like two, sheep basically in this evil city in Brad Pitt and Gwyneth Paltrow, where they're, kind of like just getting chewed up and spit out basically within a week.
Lambs from the slaughter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's, we're never necessarily seeing things from a victim's perspective, which isn't necessary, I guess, necessarily, but like it does become just like about this detective's like wizened kind of worldview where he's seen so much violence that it's impacted him as like a third party in a way. It's just, and it feels voyeuristic. It's like, there's not really any violence in this movie directly, other like the only like violent act we see on screen is Brad Pitt getting his arm broken, and then, or like during that chase when he gets the gun put to his mouth and then, or to his face, and then the shot at the end. We don't see anyone else get stabbed or shot or kicked in the stomach full of spaghetti or like whatever. But so I don't know. I think that's part of Fincher's style. And there's another movie of his that I kind of want to talk about here, but, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Fincher? You've seen The Social Network, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
You've seen Zodiac.
Yeah.
You have not seen Fight Club.
Nope.
Have you seen any others of his? Gone Girl, The Killer, not the one we watched. Benjamin Button, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Game.
I've seen Benjamin Button.
Panic Room, the one that I told you to watch.
I haven't seen Panic Room yet.
Okay.
I did see. Okay. So I guess it is just Benjamin Button, Social Network,
Zodiac,
this movie, and Zodiac.
And Zodiac. Yeah. So just like there's such an emotional remove in all of those movies, that just feels like, I don't know. It just it kind of, it's so cynical and detached that just I don't know. It feels like we're, to what end are we really like just basking in this, like in this like filth? And for what purpose? What does this movie want me to take away other than like, damn, that was crazy? Like, is there anything?
I feel like this movie especially is very like, is there anything outside of damn, that was crazy?
Yeah.
Maybe he mellows out as he gets older. I don't know.
I think he does, because like Zodiac is 10 years after this, and like, or 12.
Yeah. And
that movie has a very different opinion of crime, even though it's still very cynical. Like, that movie at least is not like,
this almost
it's not as lurid.
Glorifies it, right? Like, especially the whole like, like he kept the guy alive for a year, perfectly paying his rent every day on the first of the month, and like,
yeah. It's like the urtext of true crime. This movie is, like you think it's Silence of the Lambs in a way, because like the aesthetic of Silence of the Lambs is so like that kind of like sad, like Twin Peaksy kind of like misty, like that at least is like, it's like there's like two genres of true crime. It's like, is it grisly or is it sad? And like, is it that there's dead women? Isn't that sad? Or is it that there's like a knife dildo, which I'm gonna say knife dildo 10 times in this episode. But like, it's like, you know, there are two paths, podcaster. Like take your pick of like,
split
what you want to
yourself
get
using
into.
the knife dildo and find your way. Yeah.
Like a dowsing rod.
Yeah. I don't know. This movie feels like it's the like your text for like true crime podcasts where they're like, and now we're going to talk to you for the next like 20 or like 2 hours in like excruciating detail about like, you know, everything that happened to this person.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, okay, so like, I mean, that stuff as well is like really weird to me because it's borderline misery porn. It's not even misery porn. It's like paranoia porn to a certain point where people are like, oh, like, I have to be like perfectly afraid of everything.
I can't put my shopping cart away in the parking lot. We've talked about this at length. Yeah. But that's the thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean it's all the same, and it all comes down to like the Republican paranoia of, oh, actually, like things are horrible and they will always keep getting worse, and cities are like big shitholes. And then you say, well, but actually the murder rate's been down for yada yada. Oh, here. Crime has been down, yada yada, and they say, no, it's the worst it's ever been since the 80s. I remember, I was there. I used to go up into the city in the 80s. I remember what it was like. And you go, okay, well, there were 4 times the homicides then, so I don't think it's really that bad now, comparatively, right? But
well, and like the perception of crime, like versus like what actually is violent crime, I think is so different. Like, like people seeing homeless people is not a crime,
right?
Like, or like people on drugs, you know, that alone is not a crime. It might make you feel unsafe, and that's not to say there's no safe, like, you know, that's not to say there are no safety risks involved. But at the same time, it is not the same as like being kidnapped off the street and made to cut off a pound of your flesh or whatever in your home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But people equate it to, because like they literally are like, oh, like this person is like, you know, having a very bad time, living, you know, a very tough existence currently, and that is somehow like detrimental to me and my well-being. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, come on, you know?
Yeah. And I can empathize with like the feeling of lack of safety, even though the circumstance might not actually, like, I can understand like there's discomfort there, or like, you know, kind of a feeling of like, whatever, like, Jesus, I can't do anything about this, and now it's just uncomfortable. But that is also still not the same as having a violent crime done to you. Yeah. So it's Republicanism, dog. When they're in the diner scene, when Freeman and Gwyneth Paltrow, I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, and she's like, well, I used to be a teacher, but the schools here are so bad. And he's like, have you looked into charter schools or whatever, or private schools? It's like, come on, this movie is doing it for me. Like, you know, police corruption's fine. But so the crumbling society, like, like,
this movie's a bit libertarian almost, now that I'm sort of thinking about it, you know, it's that, it's the Republican coded libertarianism, right? Where it's like, oh, like, crime is completely senseless, happens everywhere all of the time. This is why I should be able to own a bazooka, right? Like,
this is why I should have a switchblade knife that I practice throwing at the dartboard every
night. Yeah.
All right, one positive I'll give this movie, just since we're dunking on it, great props. Like, like, I'm not even talking about like the murder props, but like the metronome in Morgan Freeman's off or home when he's like, which he has to listen to sleep, the way I have to listen to Return of the King to sleep now.
Dude.
Or the knife. There's like good props.
Great setting. Like, just like great setting in general. Like, the city feels gritty. It feels like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like,
it feels like a real city in a way. Yeah. Like, or at least fully fleshed out. Yeah.
I mean, real city, like
the rain.
It
feels like a place that these characters live in, not real. Like, I could go there. But yeah.
Well, but I mean, it's also like, I don't know. Like, Do the Right Thing. That feels like a real city, you know? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, that feels like a real city block. Very different cities, right? Like, the same city, but like very different cities, you know?
Yeah. If you're Brad Pitt coming in from, you know, the like California wine country, you know, and coming down to LA, like everything feels like the 7 city, I guess.
Yeah.
But No, the props, the setting, the look, all of that, even though it's corny now, like it's almost cliche, it is like effective in a way. But I don't know. Tell me do you think that this is a horror movie? And if so, do you think it's a body horror movie?
Oh. Yeah, I guess you could see it that way. I don't know. I wouldn't call it horror. I would say that it's gory. And like if I was describing it to someone, I would say, "Oh, there's gore," but I wouldn't necessarily call it horror. I don't feel like a lot of the gore is maybe treated like as horror. At least for me, if I hear the term horror movie, I'm expecting there to be like a scare.
Sure.
I don't know. I wasn't scared in this movie, but like
interesting. It doesn't give you the creepies, like the like ick that like a horror movie can do.
A little bit. I think what kind of breaks it for me is that like like a lot of CSI, and like
sure.
SAS, and that sort of stuff. It's just like
I think calling that a horror show, I think calling like CSI or like SVU, I think calling those horror shows would be legitimate. I think this ties into my like, people don't want to call things horror, they want to call them thrillers because they're afraid to use the label horror. Yeah. I think that like I would call this a horror movie. This movie this movie luxuriates in how gross it's trying to be, but in that voyeuristic, like visceral way, but not in a. It's not like Saw. Saw is like, okay, what if we saw the victim? Saw. What if the victims were like the people we saw each of these crimes happen, right? Obviously, we're coming to them after the fact, but this movie's still trying to like drive home like how fucked up and like torturous these crimes were for these people. Yeah. Like, it's not really like some of it is about like, this could happen to you. Like, I think there's like a fear element, like we're talking about of like, you know, like it's chaotic and unpredictable. Like anyone could be assigned a sin, right? You know, but I do think that the fact that this movie like tries to get an emotional reaction out of you in a horrified or sickened way, at least many times. And like the jump scare on the sloth bed, that's a horror. That's a horror. I mean, not that every movie that has a jump scare is a horror movie, but like, I mean, I don't think there's any defending it from that. But I hear people say it's not a horror movie. So.
Yeah, I mean, I personally wouldn't call it a horror movie. I would say like, yeah, it has gore, but like, I've always been very iffy on like what defines a horror movie, and I feel like no, and I do think it's different from like a thriller. I don't know. I'd have to sit on that a little bit more. The whole like horror movie distinction thing.
Would you call Manhunter a horror movie? I know that we see violence in Manhunter in a way we don't necessarily in here, but not all of it. We're really. Actually, you know, you wouldn't call that a horror movie either. No. That's crazy. I think you're you're coked up
again. Yeah. No,
or Memories of Murder. Like all of these movies where it's a detective following and kind of like coming to the scene of this like extreme violence afterward.
Memories of Murder, maybe. I don't know why it feels more
horrifying.
Yeah, even that's kind of like, I don't know, not really. It's like that's like I mean, it is an interesting question though. I think, but like in the same way that I don't define like the TV shows that we talked about earlier as like horror, I wouldn't define these movies as horror.
Sure.
Although I think if you do, that's like not a bad thing. I think it makes sense. Me. No, I mean, not just you, but any of the watchers as well. You know, I mean, I get where you're coming from with saying that. And it's not like I have my own like definition of horror that I can sort of like work off of for that, right? But
yeah, the reason I bring it up is just I think that this movie gets elevated by not being considered a horror movie. In the same, would you consider Silence of the Lambs a horror movie? No,
again, not really. No, yeah,
that's interesting. So I think that it's like if it's prestigious, it gets called a thriller. If not, it's a horror movie. And I feel like I'm going big brained here.
Yeah,
I feel like the distinction is often like, well, this really happens. Like this could really happen, and so like that, you know, or like these are like real things that could occur, and so if we call it a horror movie, that illegitimizes or delegitimizes like the fact that this is just telling a true story or like whatever, not true story, but like a real story about the world as opposed to plausible story as opposed to this is something that is trying to get a rise out of you. You know what I mean? Like, it's like an excuse, like the true crime thing is like, though I would have no problem calling, like people listen to those podcasts not because they think that they're like, oh, I'm just like protecting myself against the world or like the paranoia or like, you know, or like I'm trying to like be hyper vigilant. But I think there's also like an element of like, you're trying to scare yourself. Like you're like, that is part of it. Like you're getting a fascination out of like the physical reaction to hearing about these things. Whether it's because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like, I think there's something cheapening about like not calling these things horror that allows them to be like, I don't know, like elevated to a higher level that they don't necessarily deserve. But not that I think that's like Silence of the Lambs does not deserve, like I think a horror movie can be next level, even if it's, you know, a horror movie or, you know, portraying things that could really happen or what have you.
Yeah. Sorry. I was just plugging in my headset.
You're good.
Yeah. I mean, that is an interesting distinction. And like, I could definitely see that being the like mainstream or Academy approach, I guess. I don't know how to like go about it, but yeah, I don't know. That is kind of interesting. Just I don't, like the way you're describing it though, it does make a lot of sense. Because like when I'm thinking of horror, you know, I'm thinking of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or like
Hereditary, right? Exorcist,
where it's just like, oh, okay, like yes, these are so outlandish and over the top that like,
right?
Obviously, they would never happen, but like, I'm still scared because it's scary stuff, you know, and it's like it could happen, right? Like,
right.
I guess there's a much more heightened sense of like, what is it? Suspension of disbelief for like what people would call horror generally. Yeah. But like, I think this movie needs a lot of fucking suspension of disbelief, or at least it needs you to not look too closely at it, right?
If you like talk at this movie, it falls over from like being a house of cards. Like it really is, you know.
So I mean, earlier you mentioned like Kevin Spacey like keeping the guy alive forever, like and like just like what else is he doing with his time? I do want to mention
he's writing in journals, like he's writing in thousands of leather-bound journals and cutting off his fingertips. That's what he's doing with his time.
I mean, yes, that when he kills Brad Pitt's wife, and then he shows up at this, and then he gives the delivery driver, who's apparently just some random guy with a truck.
Yeah.
When he gives him the box, right? He was covered in blood when he gave it to the guy.
Yeah.
Either that or he changed out to give him the box, right? And say, hey, deliver this to this detective. But he kept the clothes underneath.
Maybe he had like a trench coat on or something and he like dropped it off at UPS. Yeah. You know, and was just like deliver at the, like, you know, I don't know, maybe.
And then drop the trench coat off before he like, goes to the police station.
Yeah.
It's just, there is a lot. Yeah. At least there's some good scenes. Like there's a lot of like great scenes in this, and like we talked about this with other movies. And I feel like we mentioned it with like Zack Snyder and like the Snyder Cut, where it's like, oh, okay, like yes, there are like good like scenes here, but like
not enough to justify a full movie.
Not enough to justify. I don't know if this movie suffers from it to that degree, because I think it's enjoyable. And like you said, it's really watchable, right? Like I feel like it's very cohesive, great byline.
Even like the non-crime scenes, like where they're going to the victims and like just kind of like doing the procedural stuff. That stuff is always like enjoyable, like to see like, okay, they're doing the montage of research and, you know, they're going to the library and they're sitting in the precinct watching this like old tech. Like those things are just like, they're just fun to watch, like just like cozy and kind of like, okay, I know what I'm in for. Like, I know what this is going to be. I'm watching these guys do their work. You know, that like, it's hard to fuck up a movie with that kind of stuff in it. So it makes it very watchable. You know, I think it's well paced, right? Although I have some problems with like, and we should talk about like the specific crimes. I think we should go through each of them.
Oh yeah.
We covered the end obviously, but like, I think the pride, like, okay, so we do gluttony, then greed, right? And then they find...
Right? Or no?
No, pride's the last one. Pride is the last one before they find... Before the end. So wait, okay, so the first one, it's gluttony, greed, then
sloth.
Sloth, then lust, then Pride, and then the last two are the last scene.
Mm.
So with Pride, it's like 30 seconds max that they spend on it. It feels, and I wanted to draw this comparison earlier, and now we're like an hour into this episode. So, but it's the same problem with FMAB, where like, it's like, okay, whatever, Pride, like, fine, like, someone very obsessed with their image. Cool. Yeah. Lust, I don't know, rape to death, groundbreaking. Like, it's just, it's so...
Lust, give her boobs. Okay. It must be someone else. Okay. Let's come on.
Yeah. It's first pass, but like the Pride being the only other female victim, it just feels like let Gluttony be a woman. Like
yeah. The Pride for me, it was a little too, I hate to say it, on the nose, and especially when
it is. Yeah, with him saying, "Oh, he cut off her nose to spite her face."
I was like, okay,
like was Spacey like writing this out 2 years in advance? Like, oh, this is gonna kill. This is gonna
in his journals. He's like,
over.
he's cutting his fucking fingertips off. He's writing in the journal. It's just like,
yeah.
No, but yeah, for real, that was a little too. I was like, all right, like, come on. Because you know that, like, Fincher or whatever, when he was writing this, he was like, ooh, cut off her nose, it's for her own face. Okay.
Fincher did not write this. This was written by another, another scriptwriter who has not really had another movie go over as well as this one, since.
Kevin Walker. Not to call you out personally. Yeah. Born in Altoona, PA. Wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he moved? Okay, because, like, I looked into some of the, like, production of this, and he had moved to the city. Oh my god, he moved from Altoona to New York.
Yeah.
And that's what caused him to write this. That's crazy. I want the inverse. Wow. Okay, I want Evan about somebody moving from New York to Altoona. And that's the Luigi Mangione story, actually.
It's Luigi, like, choosing different CEOs, and, like,
when he's in
the cop car, he gets 11. When he's in the cop car, he's the 12th. The end scene is him, and he's sitting at, like, he's sitting in a courtroom, and then they have all 11 of the CEOs come down. And it's like mugshots on either side of him, and they set up the Last Supper for it, and it's Mangione in the middle. Oh Perfect. Man, there's something cooking here. Yeah,
this is so crazy. He was born in Altoona as a child, moved to Mechanicsburg, graduated and went to Penn State, and then moved to New York City. That's crazy. This guy's too close. This guy, okay, we do not claim him. Like, we do not.
He was 31 when he first wrote Se7en. Not when he first wrote it, when he wrote it.
That's too old to be writing this movie, like this cynical ass movie. But yeah, coming back to the first passness of it. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit low hanging fruit. I guess you could argue that the lust victim is really the guy who lives, because he's the one who's like indulging in lust, and he's obviously traumatized by it. But the whole thing is like. But let's talk about the individual scenes. Let's start with Gluttony. Let's start with the opening. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that whole bit was like, I don't know. Gross.
All right, let's start with lust. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
No, when the guy was sitting there and he was like, when they were doing the interview with him, I was like, all right, this. Again, gratuitous.
It's affecting. It's gratuitous, but affecting. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to say that this is not a horror movie when they're like showing the Polaroid of the knife dildo harness is just crazy. It's like, that's, of course, like, yes, they're not literally showing it, but I mean, but what else are you supposed to get from that?
I know. Like, the dude just being like, oh, like, he had a gun, he made me. I was like, this fucking, like, just die then. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. He could have intervened and like ruined Spacey's whole plan, by like
by just like
just
not
like
thrusting
refusing.
And just dying.
Getting
his fucking head blown off his head. Yeah. Well,
Yeah. But no, that scene, I mean, it's effective, but it's another like voyeuristic, you're forced to think about what that crime is in those moments when he's describing it, instead of even just watching it, like you're kind of like, again, luxuriating in like, this guy's like had to do this and like what that looked like. It's like visceral, but it's like not body horror even in a way. Like, I think I would like this movie more. Like, I bet I haven't seen Saw in a really long time, but I bet I would like Saw more than this movie, because at least that movie is like really leaning into like the body horror of it and not in like it's not lurid, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, Saw is so indebted to this movie in a way, but like it does it better because it's putting you in those crimes, these like contraption-based crimes.
I feel like some of the later ones maybe get more like as they need to get more contrived, they get more like like
ridiculous.
Yeah. Especially we're not going to get into the Saw movies. I was like, there's one where
I did not prepare a little game, but
there's one where like he was like, the only key out of the room is in this pit full of
in the stomach
like needles. Oh, well, the stomach.
The needles one. I've seen that one too. Yeah.
It's like, and one of you has to jump in, and like a guy like throws someone into it. I was like, bro, what the fuck is happening here? Like, I don't know. The group ones were weird.
I'd clear that. I could tell. The needles don't bother me at all. That would not bother me even a little bit. Like that, I every time because people bring that one up, they'd hurt, but like it's not that bad. Like it's not worth dying for. Like I think the fear of needles is like so great for some people that it's like, but like that, put me in, coach. Like I'm good. Like I'll go get the key. I'll get us out of here.
A lot of that for me is not the needles so much as it is the broken glass. Because like it's like
sure, like if you're gonna lay
glass, I'm like, oh my god, like just feels like you're being death by 1,000. Anyway. I'll talk
okay,
about
but like, find the key in the broken glass pit. Still not that bad compared to. I'll take that over the jaw thing. Like
that's true. I mean? Yeah.
Like,
the
having to cut off my leg.
Yeah, anything like that. Yeah.
The bear trap. Yeah. All right. Anything else to say? I will say, like the sex club that they go to, still a really good like setting, piece of world building. It's like the most. It's like the only place that they go besides someone's house and the hospital and like the cop, like during the like crimes, like right. Everyone else is found in their home.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're able to kind of create this sex club by basically creating a concrete basement with like red lights and music is pretty effective. And of course, the guy doing the the owner of the club who's like, what do you want from me? It's a sex club. Like everybody comes in with a package. It's pretty funny.
They were really grilling the one guy and he was just like, come on, people come, they go. Like, what am I supposed to do? It's like, I was like, well.
Everybody's got sex props. Yeah. Also the like store owner who makes the harness, who's like, oh, this isn't the most crazy thing I've built. It's like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, I thought he was a performance artist. He thought Kevin Spacey was. He's like, I could see this guy being Bobby Darin.
He said, maybe he couldn't make it big here, but somewhere, perhaps across the sea.
Oh, God. But
I don't know. Yeah, it's a very watchable movie. Yeah, I guess I don't know. We have gone through all the sins. I will say
we have not. We have not.
We did. We mentioned all of them.
We mentioned them, but we're not. Buddy. Okay. If you think you're getting out under 2 hours on this,
no, you're good. My bad. I thought you were looking to. I thought you were looking to wrap. My bad.
No. I was going to go through each one. Yeah.
Okay, keep it up. My bad.
Gluttony, the beginning one.
Yeah.
First off, like. Just being like, it's a fat guy. Again, the lowest hanging fruit of like I get that they make him a shut in, but it's like, first off, how did John Doe find him?
Yeah,
like
he's a shut in.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But then
spending all day flipping through the white pages, no fingerprints. Like,
I don't think that the sin is supposed to be you're just like you fat fuck. Like I feel like the sin is more like you're taking too many resources from, whatever, like it's not charitable. Like I feel like that's the interpretation of the sin.
I think you're reading into this far more than anyone involved in the production of this film did.
No. I mean like this the God, like what did God say?
The God guy. What was he thinking of? Yeah.
Like just again, like it's like lust is not that you engage it. Like you don't like she wasn't lustful. So it's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So like the gluttony being like, oh, it's just a really fat guy who ate too much spaghetti. It's like, just like a very basic idea, like it's first pass. It's like you couldn't come up with anything more creative than that for like how to, like, your gluttony victim. It just sucks. I don't know.
I mean, all of them suffer from this, right? Like,
they do. Yeah. Greed is kind of crazy. Like, he's just like a rich lawyer. Also, okay, this one, I did not recognize this before, but the fact that they make the greedy lawyer named Eli Gould is crazy. That is so fucking like,
I didn't get that. Really, what is that? I thought that was a singer at first. No,
it's just like it's like, I don't know, as like Jewish invoking of a name as you could get without being like, I think so. I don't know.
Okay, without being like Matthew Goldstein or something. Like.
Yes. That was yeah. I didn't notice that on
Goldstein.
the first pass. Right. I was like, wow, this is, kind of anti-Semitic. But yeah, that's pretty like, okay, so he's rich.
They walk into that. They walk into his office and it's the Gringotts Bank fucking Hogwarts from Harry Potter.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They're like, I wonder what this could be referring to.
Oh my god. The sloth, though. Okay, so greed, we spend a lot of time in the apartment because that's where the painting is.
Yep.
Cutting off a pound of flesh. Shakespeare, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Gluttony. That apartment is nasty. I mean, of course, Brad Pitt's like, there's a bucket, and sticks his whole face into it. It's like, all right.
What are we doing here?
But then Sloth, that sequence is probably the best sequence in the movie. What do you think? Yeah.
When he starts breathing on that,
when he like freaks out.
They all start like pointing guns at him and shit, and like Morgan Freeman's like, okay,
like this guy's gonna,
guns down. It's like so funny, bro.
Yeah, they all kick in the door like SWAT gear. Yeah, it's very funny. Pointing guns at him, and they're like, "He's dead." All the Christmas tree ornaments, or not Christmas tree, but tree like air fresheners or car air fresheners. Yeah,
I love any sort of flip reveal like that where they break in, because like, I mean, we know at that point that it's not going to be the killer, right? So like when they're breaking in, it's like, okay, so like, what is the reveal, right? I love a reveal where it's like a lot of guys break into somewhere, and it's not that there's nothing, but that it's that like what's there is so disappointing that they're like, all right, what the fuck, man,
Yeah, and then they get that turned on their head too.
Yeah.
And of course, then followed in the hospital scene with the doctor making jokes of like, well, he can't talk. He chewed out his own tongue, and he still has hell to look forward to. It's like, oh my god, this movie can't fucking help itself. It just wants to be like, and he chewed out his own tongue. It's like a campfire story. You know what I mean? Like, this is like scary stories to tell in the dark. And then he took the ribbon off her neck, and her head fell off.
I was thinking, I don't know what you mentioned earlier, but something you said made me think of the fucking, like, the I saw the scary stories to tell in the dark, like, title, like, the clown or whatever, and then I was like, I flipped to the second book, it was like, The House on the Hill, I was like, oh shit, yeah. And like, oh, because we were talking about Republicans being scared of everything. I was like, okay, so like, that is this in movie format. I was like, yeah. And it's just that book. It's like, oh, okay, sure, gotcha,
yeah.
What if there was a lawyer and he was greedy?
And he's Jewish, but that's incidental.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a boy movie, like, in that, and I don't even, like, of course, boy movies, whatever, but, like, there's just something about, like, the luxuriating in it and the, like, smart guy of it all, like, the supervillain, like, mythologizing. Yeah. And then they have the meetup between Freeman and Paltrow. We should talk about Gwyneth Paltrow a little bit. I know we haven't talked much about Freeman or Pitt, their performances, but she is, like, really good in this movie. I think especially that scene of the two of them.
Yeah.
That she, like, needs a better movie. Like, she deserves something better. She put her back in Talented Mr. Ripley.
Right, for real. That scene was, like, the only scene we get with her. And it's the only, like...
Well, the dinner... The dinner scene too,
true.
And we get a couple of scenes of like her and him, like Brad Pitt in bed, like before he goes to work, like brief little bits.
I wish we had a little bit more of that, just I don't know.
with her.
Yeah. I wanted just, and like, I mean, maybe it's because like I knew the whole time, I was like, all right, like she's going to die, whatever. Like I was like, maybe subconsciously holding myself back from being attached to her, but I was just like,
well, yeah,
just a little bit.
I think that's part of
time, or like one more scene, and I would have felt a lot more moved by the whole like
by her
fuck
death
at the end. Yeah.
I think that them not giving her more time on screen is because if you gave her any more of a character or like any more presence in the movie, you'd be able to predict it coming. Like, you know, I think that this was a pretty ballsy, like, to not only to target the, like, I think targeting the wife of the detective on the case is like kind of cliche, right? Like
Manhunter.
you know, we see that in Manhunter. Yeah, right. But at the same time, like, to actually kill her is kind of pretty transgressive, I think, at the time. Like, to kill her and not even give a chance to, like, stop it. So I do think that if they had, like,
and we don't see
involved her anymore. Yeah, right. We don't see it. We don't even see her body, like, none of it.
Nothing,
so I think that gives it a, you know, a level of, like, she's not important enough that you're not necessarily expecting it. And then, but she's important enough that you don't think they're going to kill her and, like, you won't see her again, you know? So, you know, yeah, but I don't blame you. I mean, she's like much more fun to watch than Brad Pitt in this movie. Like, yeah. Although, again, when he, like, the movie doesn't quite go so far to be like, well, you can't abort it, but Morgan Freeman's like, if you're gonna abort it, you know, do it, just don't tell him. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but if you do have the kid, like, move upstate and spoil it rotten. Like, I don't know, man. Like, God forbid you have a kid in the city. Like, it's just, it's so...
the shithole city, you know, that, you know, everybody's fucking killing each other out here. Right?
5 Rottweilers, like, to their tiny apartment and then keep them locked in the bathroom all day, or, like, the glass door, like, kitchen. I don't even know what that room is.
Because they're not waking them up.
The mudroom?
You know, they're not waking them up. Like...
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. Jesus. The Pride we talked about.
Maybe she's a dog breeder. You know, we don't see what she does.
No, she's a teacher.
She
says
she's
a teacher. Remember,
because
she's yeah. I like the idea too that they moved to this apartment with those 10 dogs, and like they were like, "This will be fine. We definitely don't need to like look for any kind of yard."
Right?
Is she walking the dogs? Like,
dude, they've got 15 dogs.
She can't have a dog.
She's out. She's not. She's not there. She's at the school all fucking day. You know.
Yeah.
She's got to grade papers when she gets home. Like, what time do they have to spend with these 20 dogs in the apartment?
You're telling me Kevin Spacey fought off 25 dogs? Like, like, never mind her. Like, also, Cop's wife in the scary city definitely has the gun. She's 110% has a little
100%.
Like,
Dude, she's sitting up there, 30 Rottweilers, a pistol in her lap. No way she's getting caught, right?
She's just sitting there in a rocking chair. 40 dogs.
Pointed at the door. Just try me, motherfucker.
She suddenly has a southern accent as well. But she is good in that scene in the diner when she kind of gets to showcase, you know, a little bit. That scene is good and it plays good on a second watch too, when you know that she's just barreling toward this like horrible fate. So yeah, but Brad Pitt, we haven't talked about Brad Pitt, his performance. You think he sells it okay at the end?
I think he sells it pretty well. Good? He's fine. Yeah.
You think
Brad
he's
Pitt's
good?
Weird to me. I don't know.
True.
As an actor.
Yeah, period.
Yeah.
Have we watched another Pitt? Surely. Maybe not. I don't think we have. Not for the show.
I don't know if I feel like I definitely have, but like, I don't know, man. He's
Inglourious
so
Bastards, I would think you've seen.
I don't think I would think no. He's so weird as like an artist to me, because like he's so ridiculously handsome, and like it's weird seeing him on screen as like an actor, because
you just see Brad Pitt.
I just see Brad Pitt. Yeah. Like whenever he's giving a performance, I'm like, there's always a part of me
and
that's
Morgan
like,
Freeman, I feel like, have that problem. Like Morgan Freeman, I have not seen a ton from his repertoire, but I'm like, I kind of feel like I'm getting the same thing from Morgan Freeman every time. The same way I feel that way about Brad Pitt.
I've seen a lot of Morgan Freeman, and I've come back around on Morgan Freeman to the point where now I'm like, oh, okay, like I like what he's doing in like X, Y, or Z of a performance, and I like what Morgan Freeman is doing here. I don't have enough of that with Brad Pitt, where like I've seen him inhabit other roles, I guess, where like he's not this guy, right?
Have you? Because you just said you hadn't seen any. Like, what have you seen him in?
I
guess
feel
Benjamin
I
Button.
have. I don't know. Benjamin Button.
The Big Short. You've seen The Big Short.
I saw him in. I've seen some of the Ocean's films, so like I've seen him in those.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I guess he's kind of similar here, a little bit.
Yeah. He's cool. He's just like cool, but kind of loud and dumb. But
that's kind of like what he always is. Yeah. He's like cool, but like I don't even want to say kind of.
He's so
loud
desperately
and dumb, but
yeah. I don't know. I have not seen some of his like more acclaimed work. I guess like I have not seen 12 Monkeys or things like that. I don't know, Allied, but I don't know. I'm not super impressed with him as an actor. I think he's like so boring in some things. Like
he's a little boring. I think he does. I don't know. I think Morgan Freeman does a lot better, right? Like I think Morgan Freeman is like really selling like, oh, okay, like older cop on the beat, like he's teaching him, and I think he's doing an okay job of like, I'm here to prove myself. I was a cop, like I'm a detective now, yada yada, that sort of thing. I get it. I don't think it's a bad thing, but like
I don't know.
Yeah,
he is. There's like there's a level of like good casting here where it's like, well, Brad Pitt is trying to prove himself. He always has that like chip on his shoulder trying to prove himself energy, and that works for this character. But at the same time, I think he's just doing a lot of like business in every scene. Like he's like every line reading has to be funny or like over the top. Like he doesn't say anything like in a normal way. He doesn't talk like a normal human.
Yeah.
I just like when he's like, you're a fucking t-shirt, you're a movie of the week. It's like, it's so, I don't know. He just wants to sound like it just,
The car ride, like so often.
The car ride, it takes it apart.
Much of this movie, and it's like, it's crazy because that's not a very long scene, right? But it really does. I think that's
it's like a
probably,
thesis statement.
It's a thesis statement, but it feels like it's the most detrimental scene to the film, or like the film that's like most the scene that's most to the film's detriment. It just because
takes
it's like
apart.
It's like it feels like it's like a scathing review of the film, if I was like writing a review, I would just write that like as a block. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like reading that as a block of text in a newspaper, I'd be like, oh, this sounds like shit. I'm like, this is dumb. It plays a lot better on screen, with the actors and everything. But even then, like...
No, but I know what you mean. Like, it's like this movie doesn't even realize that it's doing the thing that it's saying, that Brad Pitt is saying Spacey is doing.
Yeah.
I think he is like... I think the reason people go, what's in the box? Is because he is horrible in that scene. When, like, after, like, that stuff starts to happen, I think he's terrible. He looks like the kid crying with the gun meme.
He does kind of look like that, with the kid. You're right.
At one point, like, the gif that everybody, I think, posts of, like, him, like, pointing the gun down the barrel of the camera, and he's, like, staring at John Doe, and he, like, looks away, and then comes back and shoots him. Like, he looks like that meme.
Yeah.
And then at one point, when he's, like, pacing...
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
You're like, he looks like that meme. It's like, right.
No, he looks like the kid crying with the gun.
I got that after a second, but when I did the right, I was like, that looks like him. It's him.
But when Morgan Freeman's coming back and Pitt's like pacing before he starts pointing the gun at Spacey, and he's like going like, no, he sounds like he's talking to his dogs. He sounds like he's telling his dog to not shit on the carpet. Like, it's just such weird. I don't know, like, he's putting so much mustard on it that it just comes off very corny and over the top. It's like a Nick Cage level, but not done by Nick Cage, so it's not good. Like, it's not interesting.
I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so people do always, again, like we were saying, like, they go over the top, they're like 150, 200%. He's given 120. I still, maybe I'm not as cynical about the whole thing, but, like, I was still like, oh, okay, like, I still buy it. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's a decent performance. He's like selling it. I get it. Okay, sure,
I think the part where you're valid. I think the part where Spacey's like, I took her head and her unborn or unborn child or something, and they all. It's like it's so right. And he's it's like, so over the top.
She didn't tell you. He says he didn't know. It's crazy too because it doesn't even frame her as like being the.
Are you Squidward? Yeah. Hold on, are you Squidward?
I wasn't doing the Squidward. She didn't.
Or Snape.
I guess I was. I was kind of.
Like,
yeah. I guess I was. Yeah. I was doing that. Yeah.
Like a fake Severus.
He wasn't aware. Yeah. He flips the patties.
It's over the top.
I guess that makes me envious of you, the fry cook.
I didn't know you kind of had a goated Squidward.
Right?
An interesting
what
development.
The hell?
I forgot. Okay, not that we're ending, but if you were to rate this movie, what out of like 5, what would you rate this movie?
Ooh. Strong 3.
So you hate women? We haven't made that joke in a minute, so
should I drop it down? I just
want to debate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you give it a 2.5, I would. Yeah, that's interesting. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. So I actually rate it higher than you, even though I hate it.
I was, yeah. I mean, it's a light 3.5 for me. I wouldn't give it a full.
Yeah, it's undeniable. Yeah, it's like it's kind of an undeniable, like, watchable movie. So it's hard to like. Yeah, you kind of got to give it to it in a way.
It's like very watchable. The problem is like I could definitely see this movie not being someone's thing for a lot of reasons. Like there's like a lot of
there's like a lot of reasons to not like it.
Yeah. So it's like for that I'm like a lot of times when like I'm like trying to rate a movie, I'm rating it based off of like how likely am I to like recommend this to someone else? Like not just watch it again, but like be able to recommend it. Because there are movies that like I'll definitely say are like I would also like look at certain movies and be like, oh, like that's a 10, and I would love to like it would have to be like A, rewatchable, but B, like I need to be able to recommend this to others, and like yeah, I guess there are some movies that are like or like a 5. There are some movies that are like, oh, like you need to like be in a certain state for this, and you can warn people about it, and like I would definitely like tell people before watching this, like movie,
maybe watch it like on a rainy day
or like in the dark at night. Yeah. But also be prepared just for what it is. But like, I don't know. I also don't think this movie is very like. You talk about being very transgressive towards like, I guess, plot ideals or like ideas of the time or whatever.
Sure,
but like
how to pace it.
Yeah. But I mean, even towards like plot devices, right? Like, actually killing the detective's wife versus like just threatening it, right? Like that's a huge, separation, I guess. Yeah. But like, I guess a lot of those have already been done, like done over or again since by this point. This movie maybe doesn't do it the best, but like, it's pretty good. Yeah, very very watchable. Yeah.
It's watchable. Let's compare it to Zodiac, because that was where I was going when I asked you how about David Fincher, and that movie has like a. I know that I told you to watch it, but it's crazy that you watched that before this or like not for this podcast. But
it was just on. It was on Netflix. So I was like, yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. What did you think of that movie?
I think
your mini Zodiac episode.
I liked it a little bit more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it feels more not even procedural. I don't know. Less cynical. I guess to it. I mean,
definitely, I agree. Yeah. That movie has like a much more reasoned look at crime and like where crime comes from that feels like so much more mature. Like the maturity of it is so different, like in the 12 years intervening.
It's also, there's less of the whole like, not gone entirely, but like there's less of the whole like, oh, like I am the like criminal super genius again, like that the House of Cards style, right? Like, oh, like this falls apart under like a like light wind,
gentle wind,
gentle breeze, yes, So
because that movie is so like, well, it's more about the disconnectedness of the systems and like the chaos of just like this happening than it is about like that this guy got away with it. Like they can't even like, I really appreciate that movie doesn't take a definitive stand on like, this is who this guy was, or like, this is, it was really one person, or it was really multiple people. Like it's fine with the ambiguity of it, which is like refreshing.
And it doesn't feel like it's like, oh, like they're out to get you. Like, oh, like it could be
it could happen to you. Yeah. It's not quite like that. Yeah. It's a little bit more Silence of the Lambs-y. It's a little bit more like, you see the one guy who lives, like you deal with like the fallout of it. It's so sad. Like it ruins other people's lives who aren't even like affected directly. Like it's good.
Yeah. It's funny because this movie, maybe not to draw any direct parallels, but like it's kind of like The Strangers, where they're like, oh, like this could happen to you, like, oh, like this is just like random violence, and like we're gonna like spend a lot of time like reveling in that violence, and like, oh, it could kind of happen to you. And I'm trying to think of a good analog for like Zodiac along those lines, but it's versus, I guess, like maybe, well, no, I don't know. Never mind. I'm making worse and worse
let's
comparisons.
Go down
so I'm making I'm like, okay, so like
you're
actually,
like good boy.
I'm like actually this is like Zodiac or Seven is more like funny games in that the antagonist is like omniscient almost, right? Yeah,
like outside of the movie.
Yeah. But it plays out differently, obviously. But yeah, you said something earlier where it's like this movie is kind of, especially, or I should say the antagonist specifically is like dumb guy's version of a smart person, or like of like a super villain antagonist, yada yada, like whatever. But it's just like he's got everything figured out, and like everything is like perfectly set in place, yada yada. I don't know.
Okay, did he change his name to John Doe? Did he go through the legal process of like he petitioned the court, he had to publish it in a newspaper, like? Or is the idea that his name, like they couldn't find his name?
I thought the idea was that they couldn't find his name, right?
Maybe. I don't know. It's like
because Morgan Freeman says when they're driving, he's like, "All right, John, why don't you tell us some more about yourself? You know, anything." Like, I think he says like, "What's your name?"
Literally anything.
Like, yeah, he's like,
does he? Oh, I don't remember that.
I could be wrong, but he was like, "Oh, like what does it matter at this point?" You know?
Because they mentioned that he's like individually wealthy or like independently wealthy. You know, that he's like he's able to finance himself without a job, so that's how he's able to go and force feed spaghetti for 6 hours to a guy, and like and able to afford the $3,000 harness. Right. So it just I don't know. Again, it's like they can't find anything. I get that he cut off his fingerprints, but like also, why would he need to cut off his fingerprints? Has he been booked for petty crime?
Yeah. It's
right. Like, obviously they could connect that these, like, it's not a shock that all of these crimes are connected. They put it together really quickly. Yeah. So it's like, has he been booked for priors? Like, with his like, would they find his fingerprints in the database because he's the Zodiac? Like, you know what I mean?
So even if he had, the thing is, though, like, does he think he can't? Because after they discover his, like, locale, like, the whole fingerprints thing doesn't make any sense, because they find him after, 3 murders, right?
Yeah.
And then he's on the run. Essentially, right? Or like 3 that we know about, right? Or
4. No, Lust. They find him after Lust, I think, right? Or no, they do. They find him after Sloth, and then Lust is the next one. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And so then he's on the run doing 2 more. Right. You know, at that point, right? Like, I guess you could say like he thought he was like over preparing, but also it's like. He's already prepared to be on the run. Once they tie you to the murders, what does it matter if they know your background or like your name or like anything about you? Right?
If you're planning to kill yourself anyway, by like, and like the the scene with the
you know what? It's because he wouldn't be able to go into DHL and buy the shipping if they had his face everywhere. They'd be like, "Oh, watch out for this dangerous killer," and then they'd be like, "Sir, we can't deliver your package. You're a dangerous killer."
Sir, we have a job offer for you. We want you to play Bobby Darin in a biopic and also direct it.
and he would say, "That'd be great. Can I change out of my trench coat and wearing nothing else underneath? Don't worry about it. I'll get back to you in 1 minute."
Also, don't mind the fact that I'm covered in 55 different dogs' hairs.
Yeah. Is that iron in the air? Anybody smell like iron and wet dog? That's crazy, man.
Did he kill the dogs?
No.
Or did he just leave the dogs locked up? You think? Oh, he wouldn't do that.
No way a guy is killing 60 dogs and 1 woman before getting his way down to USCS to send his head in the mail. It's just not happening.
I like the idea that he, cause like at the end, there's like a dead dog on the side of the road and he's like, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
He's like the one
so
it
proves
75 dogs.
He
hasn't killed that day.
It proves that he did not kill the one
He would
gross
never kill.
dogs that were arranged within the apartment of this cop.
So earlier in the movie, when they're coming back from Lust,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
They run into the journalist at the crime scene who takes a picture, and it's Kevin Spacey being like, "Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, buddy!" Like,
Yeah.
it's just. So did he? How would he have known? Did he find out that those were the detectives? Then was he taking the picture to try to like? Did he know about Mills before that? Like, or was he kind of coming to the end of his week and he's like, "Ah, fuck, I need 2 more."
Well, so he does say that because he's using the photography as a way to get close to the detectives and then buy information off of the detectives from other detectives at the precinct.
He did say that.
Yeah. So assumedly he takes their picture, shows their pictures to other detectives and goes, You guys know anything about this? Any info, $100.
So what if they were both what if both of the cops on this case were like a couple of deadbeats?
Yeah.
And they have nothing to be envious of. Like, does his plan fall apart? Like,
I think at that point he just like goes to the commissioner or something. He's just like, you keep going up the chain of command until you find
someone. Like a hot guy.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to be a hot guy. Just someone that has, a hot wife, because then it's something enviable, right?
That's true.
It's enough. He just has to envy their life, right? Like where they are. And at that point, you can go to the, Commissioner Gordon, knock him off or something, or whatever.
Isn't Morgan Freeman Commissioner Gordon? No, Morgan Freeman was in the Dark Knight series. He's the the tech guy who's like, I love the surveillance state, Batman. Check out the surveillance state I built.
Batman, I'm in your earpiece right now. Do not give in to the wrath. Batman, do not open the box. It has Commissioner Gordon's head within it. Batman.
Where is Rachel? Where's Rachel? What's in the box? Yeah. We just go from this.
Where's Rachel?
No.
What's in Rachel's box? Anyway.
Hello?
Hey, yo. Pause.
Not Batman. The music is corny. I had to resist doing
is
9
it?
Inch Nails in this movie. Yes, it is.
Music's corny.
We're obnoxious. But like even in that scene, it's not like 9 Inch like because like Trent Reznor from like the guys from 9 Inch Nails, they do movie soundtracks that are good. Yeah. Now they did Social Network, which is a good soundtrack. They did Challengers, which is a good soundtrack. I don't think they scored this whole movie. It's just they open with the 9 Inch Nails cover or like remix in the beginning. But then the rest of the music in this movie is like sad trumpets and shit and like weird, I don't know, just like more traditional kind of like movie score. And it just, in that scene after he shoots John Doe, it's just like the music is like so sweeping and like emotional, derogatory. Like I guess it's just it's driving it home too much. I think if you play that scene without music, it's almost scarier. I don't know. It tries to do like a twist ending type of like, oh, these like downbeat like minor key sounds that like are discordant and scary. I don't know. It just it's too much. It's inelegant, I think. And the rest of the movie's like whatever. Also kind of corny, the music.
I do think it's corny, and I think inelegant is a very good way to put it, where it does feel very, like, not even just over Immature. The top, but it's just like, all right, I get it,
Yeah. Okay, the last thing I had to say about this movie was that it came out the same year as Heat, and I just wanted to kind of put that on your, like, radar so that you could compare these two movies, like, approach to crime, filmmaking styles, like, whatever, but, like, especially like the cat and mouse detective versus killers thing, like is so like Heat is just, I mean, Heat's a masterpiece and this movie is a fine movie. But like two cable classics, both alike in dignity, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of like point that out to you that, that these movies came out the same year.
It is crazy. They have such different, like, I guess mindsets behind like what they're going for and what they achieve. Like, I mean, obviously they're very, very different in, like, what they want you to feel towards, not just the killer, but, like, their pursuers as well. And Heat is, like, a lot more layered in terms of, like, the motivations, not only of, like, the, kind of incidental murderers who aren't afraid to murder versus the, psychopathic insane asylum. And again, I think, like, even their thesis statements are so radically different, and, like, what it points to underneath, like, the message underneath, where, like, this movie's thesis statement being the, like we talked about in the car, that the whole conversation, and how
move to the city.
and how that kind of underlines how, like, ridiculous a lot of the plot points are, and how, like, the movie is kind of, like, almost schlocky, at a certain point where it's just like, okay. And heat being, like, when you feel the heat around the corner, you've got 30 seconds, you got to drop it all. And how that's betrayed, and how that, like, really, like, it's
a bad time. Yeah.
It's a bad time. But it really is, like, just, like, the toxic masculinity lie that, like, they tell themselves, like, oh, like, we're the cool badasses that, like, we'll be able to do this when the time comes. But really, like, really, we can't let it go. And like, it just lends itself, like, that lends itself to a lot more interesting of a, you have a lot more to build off of versus, like this movie, if you distill it down to a thesis statement, then, like, it doesn't exist as text within the film. And if you don't do that, then it's so wordy, it feels very cumbersome and, like, weird. And it's kind of the opposite for Heat, where he feels like it gets to expand a lot.
Yeah. And that's a good point. I mean, it is a 3-hour movie versus, like, an hour or 2 hours movie, but at the same time, man, I always think of Heat as, like, a 3.5-hour movie. It's only 170 minutes. I need to internalize that. It just feels so long.
Heat is just so much more interesting because they're
just end, like, that sentence at interesting. Just, like, put the period at the end.
That's true. But also you get, like, 2 sets of dynamics, right? And it's like, like, that's great.
You
like,
get to see all of
you
that.
Get the cat and the
background.
Mouse. Like, like, you get multiple cats, you get multiple mice, or, like, multi-headed cats, multi-headed mouse. And that's, like, way more fun than, like, yes, this is cat and mouse, but it's very, like,
the mouse is somehow, like, got eyes everwehere, and,
it's the mouse from Mouse Hunt.
Is independently wealthy. Yes, absolutely. We've seen a lot of movies from 95. This one, obviously Heat, which we haven't seen for this podcast, but The Usual Suspects,
Mouse Hunt,
American President, Waterworld, Showgirls, While You Were Sleeping, all movies from 95.
That's crazy,
so,
yeah.
Pretty prolific year. Good year. Do we have anything else to say about Se7en? Kind of crazy that this movie stylized that way. Makes no sense. It's just stupid. It just looks dumb.
It is kind of stupid. Take. Yeah.
This movie's stupid. It's good, though. It's got good stuff in it, but it's stupid. It's watchable.
It does have some good stuff. It's a little stupid. Okay, Bub.
Oh, is Oreo back on one? Cool.
Yeah.
She's like, end this shit.
Dude, yeah, alright. She's rubbing the mic. This audio is going to be horrible.
That's okay.
You gotta pick, buddy. Move in some direction, thank you. Okay.
Do you have anything else to say about 7?
No, I think this is a good spot to call it.
We covered it. Okay. Yeah. All right, Ricky.
All right, Lane.
You know what next week is?
Is it the beginning of Pride Month? Or Pride Recourse?
What's the best clip I can use for us to put in for Pride Month? Like, what's, like, a good, like, either audio clip or like sound effect or music cue for Pride Month?
We've definitely said something. We've definitely said some egregious shit, and I've definitely said something.
I didn't mean us. I meant like a clip from a song.
I was thinking like
what's the most homophobic thing I could cut in you saying?
Not homophobic. Like, no. I was thinking homophilic. Something that, like.
Oh, sure.
Because I feel like I guarantee I'm on mic going like, well, I'd eat his meat, and like I was thinking you wanted like a sound clip of like that, you know?
No, not of us.
No, okay.
I was thinking like, what if we cut in? I don't know, I'm Every Woman by Shaka Khan or something. Like, what's
cut in that.
Like, what's
but do the I hate everything. But
Every Woman.
And then it's yeah.
No, that's not good for Pride Month. We love women.
No, but it's funny. It's okay. All right. Okay.
Is it funny?
You say I hate women. You literally did the I hate women joke earlier today.
Well, that's because you hate women. It's not a joke. I don't think misogyny is funny.
You're right.
I don't know, future Lane, have fun clipping something in for Pride Month. But it's Pride Month.
Do I look like I'm negotiating?
We're going to do another 2 movies a week because I'm punishing you. Nah, just kidding. It's because there's There's too many good ones. I'm doing something a little different this time. I have programmed all of these.
They gotta stop coming out with these for a little bit. I want
they
a
gotta
short
stop
moratorium.
making movies.
Yeah. Movatorium. Just a real quick short one.
But so each week we're gonna watch 2 movies. One, and I tried to pair them in a way that made sense a little bit more than last time. I tried to kind of like thematically or like kind of put them together. And I'm doing something a little bit more. I didn't just, I had the option to go like the explicit LGBT route for each of them, and I decided against that. So we're doing something different here. We're going avant-garde for Pride Month. This is avant-garde Pride Month.
Okay.
So each one will be an explicitly LGBT movie, and then one that is maybe talking about themes that would be relevant but are not necessarily explicitly talked about in the movie.
Okay.
So subtextually or something. Anyway. So, I can tell you all of them if you want, all 8, but for next week, we are going to do Ed Wood from 1994, directed by Tim Burton, our first Tim Burton for the podcast. And Being John Malkovich from 1999, directed by Spike Jonze. Kind of funny that you mentioned this.
Can I take the pin out of that now?
Yes, if you want to. But I mean, save it for the ep, but like, you can take the pin out. But yeah, so I figured these would be 2 interesting movies to pair together. Being John Malkovich, written by Charlie Kaufman, whose movies we've written and directed movies we've seen before on this this podcast, from Eternal Sunshine and I'm Thinking of Ending Things. Well, yeah, I liked I'm Thinking of Ending Things more. But anyway, we'll save it for the pod. So funny that you mentioned John Malkovich earlier. In this ep. But yeah, we're kicking off Pride Month with those 2. So Ed Wood, Being John Malkovich. 2 movies with names. I just realized I didn't do that on purpose, but it kind of plays into the themes of it all. So,
themes and such.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to cover these. I'm excited for Pride Month. I think this will be a fun endeavor.
It will be fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Can you give me your best 9 Inch Nails?
No.
Michael Clayton. Michael Clayton.